it's Jordan. Welcome back to my channel. Today I just kind of wanted to give another SCDS update. I thought it was a good time to kind of give an update because I kind of wanted to just touch on how these symptoms are affecting me and just kind of like how the mental health aspect is going and just how debilitating these symptoms can make you feel. So physically, so I mentioned in my last update that the symptoms just feel like they're getting worse, and I don't know if there's something that I'm doing that's making them worse or what's going on, but they definitely feels like they're getting worse. I am taken to Pyramate to prevent migraines, and luckily I haven't had any debilitating migraines, but it doesn't stop the headaches. So I have been having a headache pretty much every day, waking up and going to sleep with a headache all day, and it doesn't seem like anything that I take is able to remedy it. I've tried Tylenol, I've tried ibuprofen, I've tried Excedrin, and tried heat packs, ice packs, and it just doesn't seem like anything is helping them, and it gets really frustrating. And the dizziness is still there. I have periods where I will be walking and like kind of waver a little bit, like I look like I might be a little bit tipsy or something. Like I can be kind of okay, but then like all of a sudden like I get like a little bit of wave of dizziness. It's like that boat kind of rocks a little bit, and all of a sudden, like, not so much that I like will fall or faint or anything, but I might bump into a wall or stumble a little bit, and that gets frustrating. The fullness in my ears just gotten really extreme. Like, even when I'm not wearing an earplug, I feel like I'm wearing an earplug, or that there's like a ton of water in it, or something. Just it feels so full, and the sounds, like my voice is just gotten so much louder to the point where like I barely want to talk at all, because any kind of noise that I make at all, just it gets so loud, and it's kind of like if you were in a tunnel, and like where the acoustics are really good and you can just hear your voice like reverberating back to you super loud. I guess it's kind of like that kind of sound. And then just the fatigue. I still have trouble sleeping at night because I hear the eye movements and my heartbeat and my blood rushing in my head at night when I'm trying to go to sleep. So it's hard for me to go to sleep because I like peace and quiet when I go to sleep, but I can't have peace and quiet. So I'll try to put on my headphones and drown it out with the underwater noises or the bubble noises, and that helps a little bit, but I still am restless, and like I can't stop moving my legs, and I can't get comfortable, and I'm just restless, and just my head is still hurting, and it doesn't seem like, I thought I was in low pressure before, but now it seems like it doesn't matter what position I'm in, it's just I have a constant headache all the time. So that gets really frustrating. So throughout the day, I'm just so tired, and I feel so worn out and so drained and exhausted all day. And that gets frustrating. So there's a lot of things that just add up, and they just get super frustrating. And I get so tired of just feeling like this, and sometimes I just like wonder, how can I like continue doing this every day? Like, this is no way to live. This is not living. Just, it starts to really get to me. I'm lucky right now that I am at a position where I can work from home, because if I was working in an office right now, I couldn't do it. From the headaches and the dizziness, just like being upright and staring at a computer screen, it makes it so hard to focus and be able to do any kind of work, and it's just like all I can do not to just lay down and just want to sleep all the time. It gets to be just insufferable and overwhelming. And I start losing motivation to do anything at all but sleep. I feel so just worn out and defeated. And that there are things that I miss. Like, I miss singing. I'm a singer and I love to sing, and I'll be driving somewhere and I miss being able to just sing along to the radio, because now if I try to sing, that sound in my head it's not pleasant, because it's so loud and it's just so booming, and that'll mess with my balance too, even my own voice sometimes, and because of that earfulness, it hurts a little bit. It's too much. It's too loud. And so, like, if I can barely handle talking louder than I am right now, singing is a no-go. I mentioned Wine Wednesday that we've gone to the movies, and that was fun and that was nice, but I miss being able to go out and go to the movies or go somewhere without having to wear an earplug and having to be, afraid and anxious of sounds around me, and having to do that. I miss quiet. Going to sleep at night, when everything's quiet, that's when the sounds are amplified a little bit more, and I hear my eye moving and my heartbeat and my blood rushing. I hear that all day, but there are times when I'll put headphones in and I can drown it out with the Resound Relief app or some music, not all music, but only like specific type of music I can listen to, because some kind of music hurts my ears, but I can drown it out that way. But there are times when I just want quiet. Like, I just like just to sit down and just work. If I'm working, I'd like to just work with just quiet, or go to sleep with just quiet, and then I can't do that because there's these constant sounds in my head that I'm hearing. Your eyes are always moving, your heart's always beating. At least I know that I'm alive, but I would like to not hear my heart beating all the time, or the blood rushing in my head. And I'm not over exaggerating about hearing that. I can go for days with just dealing with it and just kind of trying to ignore everything, but then it all catches up to me and I just feel so overwhelmed. I'm getting better at allowing myself to be able to have those days where I just rest and just lay down, because I know that when I'm tired, that's just what my body needs, and I have to let my body rest. But at the same time, I still have that mental block about resting so much or sleeping so much, because I see work not getting done and I feel like I'm doing a bad job, or I'm not contributing, I'm not doing anything productive, and things just start to add up. That part of me feels lazy and worthless when I'm just laying there and doing nothing. And I hear myself speaking and forgetting words and pausing in the middle of sentences or repeating the same things over and over again, or just saying just the dumbest things, and it just makes me feel so frustrated and just dumb. I forget the simplest things or the simplest words, and I've had problems with that in the past, but it's so amplified right now. And it's one thing to be here and talking to a camera, which is not a real person, and having kind of a rehearsed speech and being able to edit it afterward. But if I'm talking to you in real life and having a real conversation, it's really hard. I have these pauses in my speech. I can't, all of a sudden I can't think of the next word to say in my sentence, and out of nowhere I just completely forget things right away, or I mix up words. I make up words all the time, and I'll say the completely wrong word. Like the other day I said cheese instead of keys, or something so simple like that. And sometimes, and a lot of times I can just laugh it off, because sometimes it's funny and I can just laugh at it. But then sometimes I just hear myself and I just get so frustrated because I'll hear people, filling in words for me when they're trying to have a conversation with me, and I feel like I'm just, gosh, how can anybody stand to have a conversation with me? That's like, it must be so annoying. And I don't give myself any kind of compassion for what I'm going through. Luckily, I'm still seeing a therapist every 2 weeks, and I'm being open with my husband and about everything that I'm feeling, making sure that I'm not keeping all of this just bottled up and to myself, because if I do that, then I'm going to implode. To say the least, my mental health has really been taking a toll. I get so frustrated some days, and I get so tired, feel anxious and depressed, and some days it's a lot harder than others to combat all of these feelings and to be able to utilize the resources that I have. I feel really good about the therapist that I see. I make sure that I'm talking about it. I'm not keeping everything to myself. I make sure that I'm trying to be more compassionate to myself. I have a lot to learn about self-compassion. That's a hard lesson that I had to learn, especially with my history. But now more than ever, I really need to learn more self-compassion, allowing myself to be able to rest when I need it and not feel bad about it, not feel lazy or worthless just because I can't do as much as somebody else can, or I can't sit up today, or I'm having a migraine today, or I'm feeling too dizzy to go out today. Like, it happens. Like, my body is going through this physical stuff that I can't control. I have to take care of it and just take care of myself and my mental health as much as I can. Letting myself be okay with that. And that's a hard lesson to learn, because I've always just had that mindset that I have to be doing something, that I have to be working, that I have to be working out, the house has to be clean, that the chores have to be done. I've always had that mindset that I have to have everything perfect, or else I'm being unproductive and just a waste of time, a waste of space, so to speak. And that's a hurdle that I have to get over. I can't have that kind of mindset right now. It's okay to lay down in bed. It's okay I didn't get as much work done as I wanted to. It's okay that I skipped a workout today. It's okay. So that's pretty much what I've been dealing with. Physically, it's been really difficult. I've been trying everything that I can just to try to do anything that I can do to just alleviate some of these physical symptoms. And it just doesn't seem like anything is helping. I wish it was like something as simple as just changing my diet, or just getting more sleep, or drinking more water or something, but it's not. Unfortunately, the only fix for this is surgery, and at this point I'm hoping to hear from the doctor this week. They have my results, so I'm just waiting to hear back on what the next steps are. I think that's the biggest thing for me, is I just want to have a plan in place. Hopefully I'll be hearing something soon, and I'll have a plan in place soon, and I can come back and talk about the next steps. I'll have a date set. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to follow my journey, feel free to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And I hope to be vlogging really soon about this plan and surgery date. So Hope everybody has a great rest of the week, and I'll see you next video. Bye.